Hey guys, it's Alex from the Fabled Academy. Thank you so much for tuning in today's video, where I want to talk with you about Flesh and Blood armories, and specifically why it is so easy to enter those if you want to play Constructed, because I just started to play Classic Constructed more regularly, and I have to say I found it really comfortable and very easy to try out a Classic Constructed deck these days with Flesh and Blood, because they have actually a lineup called their Armory decks for Classic Constructed, where you can just buy one of these Armory decks. For example, I have the Bolton one here, but I'm not playing the Bolton one today. I'm playing KO actually, and I really enjoy KO. I only needed to spend like 50 to 100 euros extra to make it a really competitive deck, but I also could play it right off the bat, just this one deck, just unbox the deck and play with it, and it was really good actually. Of course, I needed the Blood Rush Bellows for the KO deck, but otherwise it was really straightforward, and it costs only 30 to 40 euros to dive into those. And I think that's the best part about it. Like, for a long time we only had those Blitz decks, which I didn't really like. Now we have the First Strike decks and also these Armory decks that you can then afterwards dive directly into Classic Constructed actually, which is like the most widely, most liked format, I would say, in Flesh and Blood when it comes to those armories. Also, of course, there are these other formats, the Blitz, the Commoner, and also the sealed formats with, the limited formats with sealed and draft. I also enjoy draft so much with Rosetta, and I'm so thrilled for the new set, The Hunted, but specifically these Armory decks I think are the best point for beginners to just buy one, pick which one you really like and then try it out. I mean, you can also borrow for most cases, from a local player, a deck to play with it, but then if you want to get started yourself and actually play with your own cards, then these Armory decks are such a good way to start. And then, like I said, you, for most parts, can spend 25 euros, 50 euros, 100 euros, and then upgrade those decks to then make them much more competitive viable. But I don't think you need to do that right from the bat, right from the beginning. Most of these decks are really well designed, and you can just buy them and play them straight out of the box. I also don't think actually that you need to upgrade them right from the beginning. I bought some KO staples after my first couple of Classic Constructed games with it. Now that I really know I like KO a lot, and I also think at the price point, I think KO is really, that sweet spot where you can potentially even win an armory with, or potentially, strike some of those best decks actually out there with this Armory deck. And also I think when you are a really competitive Azalea player, when you want to get that competitive feeling with Azalea, it's possible too, but I think Azalea specifically is a little bit more on the expensive side for sure. But I think KO for me was just the best fitting deck. Let me know what you actually think about what kind of Armory deck is the best choice for you. Or, of course, if you are a Flesh and Blood player, what is your current Classic Constructed strategy? And also I wanted to share, like, we did a video on this already, but there are new Armory decks even coming out. And I think, of course, the one that is highly hyped at the moment is the Jarl, or Jarl as I like to call him, the Jarl deck. This one here. So it is a little bit more expensive, around the $60 mark or 60 euros. And it even is a very, a new hero that is not out there yet. So you can only get this hero yet so far by buying this Armory deck. And there are also more decks coming out throughout 2025. So the lineup of decks, where we have 4 at the moment, with Jarl, the 5th is being out there soon, but next year there are more Armory decks even, so you can even choose more decks. So I'm really interested to see how that shapes the beginner scene in Flesh and Blood, and also how people are entering, because you can basically choose which one, which deck you like the most. And that is something that really reminded me of my time playing Yu-Gi-Oh, because there you had so many different starter decks, structure decks, and also we had a regular release schedule for those structure and starter decks. And it was really easy to just pick up 3 of those decks and then build a competitive deck around them, and even go to your locals and play with it Of course, you weren't the best player with it, but you can really learn the game with it. And there were also, very, very good staples in there. So you could build a card pool for constructed with it. And I feel like Flesh and Blood even does a better job with those Armory decks, because there are also staples here that you need in your classic constructed competitions, but also there are new cards in here that are specifically designed to go along with the Armory deck, but also for more competitive players that are already established in the game. And so I'm really thrilled to see what those new Armory decks are like, but also I am super excited for the time now, the next month, where I will play classic constructed at my Armory. I don't really think me as a casual player that I want to go super nuts on the competitive side, but maybe I even try out a Calling or a Battle Harden with it. Who knows? Maybe Road to Nationals or ProQuest. But for now, I really like the Armory scene here in my local town. I don't have a shop directly in my town, but nearby there are 2 stores where I can drive with the train and then play with my friends there. So actually, I'm just now going to this Armory. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know if you found it helpful. Leave a like if it was entertaining for you. And also, if you want to support the Fabled Academy a little bit further, there's a YouTube memberships here on the channel, but also a Patreon link down in the description below. So I will be super thankful if you check that out. But like I said, let me know what kind of deck you are playing at the moment, or if you're just getting started with Flesh and Blood. But definitely subscribe to the Fabled Academy if you want to see more beginner focused videos, and also videos about those armories, because we already have some draft content out there, but there will be more classic constructed armory based content on the channel soon. So thank you so much for tuning in today's video, and we see us in the next one.